hiding just round there for 2 minutes. Thank you very much. It's a great honour, Patrick, to be asked to say these few words. And I assure you it will be a few words. It's only one piece of paper. That's the blank one.
Small writing there.
So, first of all, I'd like to remember back to when I passed out of my recruits course at the HAC. And I remember the pass out parade, for those of you that don't know, isn't drinking too much and falling over. It marks the end of the recruits course. So the officer who was inspecting us walked up and down the lines, looked at all the turnout, and then addressed the newly minted HAC troopers with a few words. He congratulated us on our accomplishments. He spoke of the challenges of combining a civilian career with the military training. He talked about the high standards that we'd achieved to get through the course, and then followed that up with, of course, he'd expect nothing less from the HAC and the tradition that we were carrying on. Then he turned to the guests who were watching the parade, the audience, who are our family and our friends. And he spent equally long talking to them and thanking them. He basically said that he wanted to thank them for their sacrifices. The sacrifices they made, the guests, for the time they gave up with their husbands and their boyfriends and their sons. And he emphasised how their support was critical to each individual soldier and therefore the HAC as a whole. And then said their sacrifice sometimes wasn't as appreciated as he wanted it to be. Which now brings me to the HAC in North America and the guests who are here with us tonight. The difference here is that the guests are not just part of the audience. They're not just part of the main event, they are the main event. The annual dinners would just not be possible without their support, their enthusiasm, and their encouragement. So in particular, to those guests who have hosted at some point in the past, so to Christine for this year, and the other partners who have hosted in the past, and those who will host in the future, on behalf of the members of the HAC, I'd like to say thank you very, very much. Finally, of course, I also have to say how beautiful you all look tonight. If I could ask the gentleman of the Honourable Artillery Company to be upstanding.